Bates. Batting fourth.
Well, we are just about set to go here from the as we bring you back inside the broadcast booth. Reagan Cleaves
Adam Lanzel.
on play-by-play as well as the occasional color commentary. We are without David Shemlin today. We are
batting eighth.
Happy to be along and happy that you are with us here as we bring you this second game of two from between the Catholic Central Cougars and the Forest Hills Eastern Hawks. Well, on the mound today for the Catholic Central Cougars is number 5, Peyton Klaus, who has a minuscule ERA of .95 and a through 16 and a third innings. He can throw heat on the mound, high 70s, and he should be fun to watch. Last time he was on the mound was his first game on Saturday. He was in the it was the first game on Saturday. He pitched 8 pitches and 5 of them were strikes. He retired the side 1-2-3. Well, on the field below us, we are just about set. Peyton Klaus on the mound. Brian Messing, the third baseman, to lead things off here for Forest Hills Eastern.
Number 2, Brian Messing.
Peyton Klaus will work from the hip here. The step, the kick, and the fire. First pitch is inside for ball 1. First pitch time, 6:36. Temperature outside is 75 degrees. Wind blowing about 5 miles an hour outside. And a humidity of 35%. Fly ball right field. Redmer tracking under it. He'll make the grab just inside the line for out number 1.
Batting second, the right fielder, number 14, Ethan Radakovitz.
So it'll be Ethan Radakovitz to come after Brian Messing, the right fielder for the Hawks. In the previous game, he went 1 for 4 with an RBI double back in the second inning of that game. He struck out once. Pitch inside, and it hit him square in the back. So the third pitch Peyton Klaus has thrown, he sends a man to first with only 1 down here.
Batting third, shortstop number 12.
And for Peyton Klaus, he hasn't hit a lot of people this year. He throws down over to first. Let's see if I can find. And for Klaus, that was his first hit batsman of the year on just the third pitch of this game. Line drive into center field that'll get past Wadzel and behind him around second, and coming to third is Radakovitz, and on with a double is Ethan Parks, and quickly there are 2 men on here. 2 men on here for Justin Johnson. 2 shaky starts, at least in the first inning, for 2 of Catholic Central's best pitchers here against these Hawks. The Passanant had a shaky start back in the first inning of last game, and then a hit batsman and a double for Peyton Klaus to start things off. First pitch to Johnson, up and away for ball 1. Peyton Klaus gets the sign from his catcher, Jabin Bates, and comes set. The 1-0. Curveball down low. For a ball, 2 balls, no strikes now. Probably till dark. Johnson will step in. He had a couple of crucial hits back. He had a good plate presence back in that first game. He walked and then singled. Another run comes home, and Javen Bates says it got away from him on a wild pitch. Coming home to score is Radakovich, and it is 1-0 just like that here at the Cat. Again, not how Catholic Central wanted to start things off. It's a 3-0 count to Johnson. Peyton Klaus trying to get some composure here with a man on third and one out. The 3-0 is in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Fly ball into left. Underneath it, it'll be Aiden Johnson. Will try to gun the man home try to gun him out at home, but his throw was cut off by McCall, and it wouldn't have beaten him anyway. So, an RBI for
batting fifth,
Justin
catcher
Johnson.
number 6, Leo Hearn.
Gets Parks home on a sac fly into left, and it's 2-0 Hawks with 2 away. That pitch is in there for a strike on the left-hander. Hearn. Klaus. Toe taps and delivers. In there for a strike. 0-2 here on Hearn. For Klaus, those are just the 8th and 9th hits, or that's just the 8th hit he's allowed, and now he hits his second batsman of the game. That came in a back foot pitch on Leo Hearn, and he put
second
him
baseman
on.
number 9, Sam Rasmussen.
And he puts Leo Hearn on first, and coming in to run for him, I believe, is number 3, Sage Lenjenzak. So, 5 to the plate. The 6th batter. Throw down to second is not in time, is safely sliding in there. There's a Lenjenzak. And he is safely at second with a stolen base.
Courtesy runner at second base. Number 3, Sage Olenichak.
Olenichak, there we go. You do hockey a lot of the times and you get down like most of the European names, but Polish still is a bit hard for me. Here's that pitch is inside on Rasmussen for ball number 1. Ball number 1, that evens up the count 1 apiece. 2-0, Forest Hills Eastern leads. The pitch. Down low. Ball 2. On Rasmussen. Around the outfield for Catholic Central, it's Johnson, Wadsell, Redmer left to right. Same direction in the infield. McCall, Ben Passanaugh, John Passanaugh, and Schoenborn on first. Klaus on the mound, and Javen Bates behind the plate. The 2-1 from Klaus. Grounded toward third. It got up on Dom Schoenborn, and Big Red will handle it and step on first. Well, Forest Hills gets 2 across in the top of the first. We head to the bottom half. Catholic Central trailing by 2. This is your home for Catholic Central Baseball.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Michigan high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Michigan high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Runners, to your mark. Set.
Some may see a sprinter. At the NFHS, we see a future leader already off to the races. Some may see a volleyball player.
Good hit! Way to go, girls! Woo!
At the NFHS, we see a spike in confidence that will help her achieve her potential. What else do we see? Musicians learning to march to their own beat. We're the NFHS, the national leader and advocate for.
It'll be John Passanaugh to lead off the bottom of the first for the Cougars, and we'll watch that go in for a strike on the bottom part of the plate. On the mound for the Hawks is number 15, Jacob Paulo. He was the played last game. He was slotted in at third. 2 straight pitches. Missed the strike zone. 2-1. Paulo working with a slightly bent right knee. The pitch. Grounded towards short. Picked up by Parks. Fired over in time for out number 1.
Batting second.
So a 6-3 ground
Pitcher,
down.
number 5,
Retires
Peyton Klaus.
John Passanaugh. That'll bring up Peyton Klaus for the Catholic Central Cougars. Cougars again wearing their white uniforms with blue numbers on the back. Curveball missed upstairs. 1-0.
Eastern brought 2 uniforms.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're wearing the same one.
Cougars wearing the white pants, white uniforms, blue numbers, blue script CC across the front, the 1-0. Down low. 2-0. Of course, Cougars wearing their white when they're at bat, or white batting helmets with the blue bill. That was inside on Klaus. Didn't flinch, but it looked like it might have hit him.
I thought that too.
But it was inside. Apparently, it just barely missed him. The 3-0. That's in there for a strike in the upper part of the zone. He was taking all the way as one normally does on a 3-0. CC trailing early here. 2-0. Foul into the backstop. Full count. Klaus will step back in. Paulo to deliver the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. 2 down.
Was that a fastball?
That was a fastball.
Never a strike.
No.
As Klaus chased one
Batting third,
upstairs.
catcher, number 7, Jabin Bates.
That'll be Jabin Bates to step to the plate. Bates, one of the most, if not the most, productive Catholic Central Cougar. He's got a 177 ops, like that, who is first in or second in pure numbers, first in numbers adjusted for games. As Max Trudeau has had 1 at bat and he's got an ops of 2. But ops is on base plus slugging. 1-1 on Bates. The pitch. upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Catholic Central at bat right now. Pitch outside. 3 balls, 1 strike now to the Catholic Central catcher, Jabin Bates, in search of his team-leading 24th walk. And he's got it. Flings the bat over from the left-handed batter's box and trots down the 90 feet to first base. Now that'll bring up Big Red, the cleanup batter for the Catholic Central Cougars, Dominic Schoenborn.
Batting fourth, first baseman, number 22,
Who
Dominic
will stand in
Schoenborn.
He has been the first baseman every time this season, except when he has pitched. It is at those times Aiden Johnson slides in from left field to play first. Check in over on Jabin Bates, who they are letting run, at least for the time being. He's safe. First pitch to Schoenborn. Down low. 1 ball, no strikes. On Dominic Schoenborn.
Yep, I got people for it.
Schoenborn went
Should have figured you got people.
Went 0 for 1 yesterday. 0 for 1 earlier today with an RBI. He walked in his other 2 at-bats, and he's drawn a 2-0 count now, as that pitch was well outside. Follow comes, set, and delivers. At the bottom part of the zone for a strike. Big Red readjusts.
We lost.
Okay. 7-2.
And we'll step back in.
I think, first game?
Okay. Oh, they got doubleheader too?
The 2-1. Down low. He missed it outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now to Big Red. Big Red's got the blue batting gloves on today. Takes a practice swing outside of the batter's box as Paulo met with Parks halfway between the mound and shortstop position. Paulo comes set, delivers the 3-1. Grounded in front of home, picked up by Paulo, sidearmed over to first to end the inning. We will head to the top of the second. Catholic Central trailing by 2 on your home for Catholic Central Baseball.
Runners to your mark. Set.
Some may see a sprinter. At the NFHS, we see a future leader already off to the races. Some may see a volleyball player.
Good hit! Way to go, girls! Woo!
At the NFHS, we see a spike in confidence that will help her achieve her potential. What else do we see? Musicians learning to march to their own beat. We're the NFHS, the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and activities in America, helping today's teenagers develop the skills they need to become tomorrow's leaders. And we see it happening in communities across Michigan every single day. Learn more about the NFHS commitment to youth at nfhs.org. This message presented by the NFHS, the National Federation of State High School Associations.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Michigan, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Top 2 here at the Catholic Central Baseball field. Peyton Klaus on the mound for the Cougars here once again for his second inning of work. First pitch. Looked like a breaking ball upstairs to Kuiper. All 1. Peyton Klaus comes set. Will kick and fire the 1-0. Fastball outside. He missed horrendously, if I do say so. 2 balls, no strikes. It's uncharacteristic performances by the two Catholic Central, by the top 2 Catholic Central pitchers. The 2-0. Ground ball foul on the left side. Taking a look at the Tigers out-of-town scoreboard here today, and on this May 17th, a Monday, Klaus will toe tap and deliver outside for a ball yet again. Today the Tigers are in action, but not till about 3 hours from now. They are on the West Coast against the Seattle Mariners for a 3-game set. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all those games at 10:10. The pitch in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Klaus has fought back and made it a full count here. The toe tap and the payoff pitch. Line down the left field, line and fair, and got past McCall. Rounding first is Kuiper. He'll be in with a stand-up double. And a lead-off shot for Kuiper puts a man in scoring position for the 8-hole batter, Carson Jelsema.
Batting 8th for the Hawks. Left fielder number 16, Carson Jelsema.
Peyton Klaus dealing with a leadoff double here. It's Kuiper on second. The first pitch to Jelsema. He shows bunt. It's down and in for a ball. So the Tigers are coming off a series with the Cubs, which they lost 2 out of the 3. Their one win came on Saturday, the 15th. It was a 9-8 victory over the Cubs. They lost the other 2 games, which bookended that win, 4-2 and then 5-1 on Friday and Sunday, respectively. Pitch down and away, ball 2. Jelsema showing bunt the entire way. 2-0 count here to the left fielder for the Hawks. They're leading 2-0 here in the top of the second. Klaus checks the runner and kicks and fires. Bunt shown again, but he pulled it back because it was a curveball outside. 3 balls, no strikes on 3 straight shown bunts by Jelsema. Peyton Klaus comes set. Kicks and fires, bunt shown. And it's outside again. He walked him. So a leadoff double followed by a walk, but runners on first and second here for the center fielder, Ryan Prisby.
Batting 9th for the Hawks, center fielder number 4, Ryan Prisby.
Klaus will come set. Check the runner and deliver. Bunt shown, dribbled right in front. They'll go 1, but Peyton Klaus froze up, and it's a mental error on Klaus. Not sure if it'll be charged as an actual error, but it is an infield single for Prisby. Klaus, Jabin Bates, as soon as Klaus picked it up, Jabin Bates was pointing with his right hand, go 1, but Klaus froze up. And he has made the bases loaded with a leadoff double, followed by a walk, followed by either a single or an error. We'll wait to see what that comes. Tim McKinnon out on the mound now for a mound meeting with the entirety of the infield. Probably trying to calm Peyton Klaus down. He's had a rough start to this game. He went 6 batters in the first, and then he has allowed the leadoff 3 to reach here in this one.
Reagan. So there's no distinction between going up on the hill and staying off. Okay.
Yeah. So we were talking about here up into the broadcast booth about number of required mound meetings for Tim McKinnon. He gets 3 per pitcher, and then on the 4th he has to yank them. So that's 1 for Peyton thus far. Pitch got away from Jabin Bates, but it trickled down the third base line.
Baseman number 2, Brian Messing.
That was a ball down and in. On Messing, the leadoff batter flew out to left his last time up. 1 ball, no strike here to Messing. Slightly open stance. Bent at the knees. Holds the bat steady over his right shoulder. Popped up in the air in the infield. That should be infield fly. And it is the call. So 1 away.
Right fielder number 14, Ethan Radakovitz.
So with the bases loaded, that pop up in the infield, it's called by the umpires in the air as an infield fly. So 1 away. Bases loaded here. Cougars trailing 2-0 with 1 out. Peyton Klaus trying to escape this jam here. He's got Radakovitz at the plate. Pitch up and in. He hit Radakovitz on first pitch last time, and that one came up and in at head height on Ethan. So, ball 1. But it didn't look like the first one to Radakovitz. The hit by pitch was one of Peyton Klaus's fastballs, so he didn't get clocked as fast as he could have been. That came up and fouled back to the backstop. That probably would have gone just overhead of us here in the broadcast booth had there not been a backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike to Radakovitz. He was hit by a pitch and came around to run. That pitch inside. Radakovitz had to back out away from that. 2 balls, 1 strike now on the Hawk right fielder. Shadows starting to lengthen down below us. And that kick in the pitch popped up in the air. That again should be infield fly, and they do call it. And a second infield fly rule of the inning. Has 2 away with the bases loaded. So an infield fly rule, rare enough as it is, but how often do you get 2 of them in an inning? And not to mention back-to-back batters. Ethan Parks at the bat. My goodness. Words are not working for me today. Pitch came up and in. Ball 1. Parks doubled his last time up. And take a look at his line from the first game here after this pitch. Fouled away left side fly ball and tracking back into the swamp. Parks in the first game had 2 walks, a double and a putout, putting him 1 for 2 on the day. In that game, he's 2 for 3 with 2 walks on the day as a whole, including this game. The 1-1 upstairs. Ball 2. He's got runners on first, second, and third. Kuiper on third. Jelzema at second, and Prisby at first. Klaus comes set the 2-1. Grounded towards second, picked up by John Passana over, and another Cougar escapes a less than 1 out bases loaded jam in 2 games. Passana first inning last game, and Peyton Klaus the second inning here. We head to the Home half of the second, Catholic Central trying to still get on the scoreboard. This is your home for Catholic Central baseball.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Michigan, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Michigan's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear?
First pitch to Adam Waddell was down in the dirt. So it's 1 ball, no strike on the Catholic Central center fielder. We'll watch that one come inside. Borderline pitch. And it's 2-0. Catholic Central trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Fly ball into left. On the run is Frisbee, but it got over him, and it's a base hit. Leadoff double for Adam Waddell, and he is on second with Aiden Johnson coming to bat.
Batting sixth, the left fielder
Adam Waddell has had a
Aiden
pretty
Johnson.
pretty nice couple of last games. He had an inside the park home run back in that doubleheader against East Kent. Well, rather it was a double with the 2-base error, but it was a Little League home run. There we go, Little League home run. The pitch fouled to the backstop by Aiden Johnson. He's not following Dominic Schoenborn today. They're in the second game, but as he was earlier today, Adam Waddell slotting in at the 5 spot behind Schoenborn. 0-1 here on Johnson. The set. Now a throw into center field. Adam Waddell will take off for third. And he will be in there safely with a E1. As that was just a brain fart for Jacob Paulo on the mound. He went to pick off Adam Waddell. Only problem was his shortstop Parks and his second baseman Rasmussen were both in their normal positions. So that ball sailed directly into center field. I called strike on Aiden Johnson as he held off one high. Now it's a ground ball through the gap and into left field. Aiden Johnson's got an RBI single. And the Cougars have cut the deficit in half. It's a 2-1 baseball game. Johnson got a hold of that 2-1 and slid it just past the diving Parks at short and in the left field. That'll bring up Brady Redmer with the Cougars. Trailing now only by 1. They try to pick off Aiden Johnson. He slides back in safely. So that error really costing Jacob Paulo at the moment. If that wasn't a run on an error turned by him. Now a double play ball. They get 1. Can they get 2? No, not in time. Beating out the throw was Brady Redmer. Johnson gets put out 5-3. Or 5-4, pardon. And Redmer reaches on a fielder's choice. So there's one gone here.
Number 4, Andrew McCall.
In the bottom of the second, that'll bring up Andrew McCall. He's wearing the stirrups today, along with Brady Redmer and John Passanaugh. Those three always usually wearing the stirrups. I know Dominic Schoenborn only wears them on the weekends and when he's pitching. The 1-0. Low and outside, they try to pick off Redmer at first, but he slides back in safely. 1 ball, 1 strike now on the third baseman. Luke Kuzner is out for the Catholic Central Cougars. If you did miss that first game, he wasn't ready to play, and a low strike call on Andrew McCall. McCall, judging via body language, he was not too pleased with that called strike, but again, it's what the umpire sees that counts, so if he calls it a strike, it is a strike. Apollo the 1-2. Bounced it past him, and Brady Redmer could have gone, but it was a little late before he realized it, so he stays put at first. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Andrew McCall. The pitch. Bounced. At least it looked like it bounced. May have been a low outside fastball. Either way, it's a ball. Full count now on Andrew McCall. He comes set. The payoff pitch. Low and outside. He walked Andrew McCall. And on a full count, Redmer to second, McCall to first. And we've got 2 on with 1 out here in the second.
Ninth, shortstop, number 10, Ben Passanaugh.
That'll bring up Ben Passanaugh, who struck out all 3 times he was at bat earlier today. 2 of them were swinging. 1 of them was looking on a low corner fastball again. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And another mound visit here. This time by Ian Hearn, the manager for Forest Hills Eastern. So that'll be his number 1 visit. And as it is 4, as we mentioned a couple of times today. You get 3 mound visits before you have to yank your pitcher on the next one. We learned that out back on Thornapple Kellogg game. We were sitting over by the dugout of the Cougars, and Coach Tim McKinnon went out a good number of times to talk with Adam Wadsell to start things off, and then and the third time, Coach Schmidt and Coach McKinnon were all like, wait, Coach, there's 3, but he was already gone to the mound, and by the time, and when he got back, they inquired about it, and it's 4. And it is 4 trips before you have to yank him instead of the 3, which it has been the last couple of years. Pitch got the low part of the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Ben Passanaugh as we resume down on the field below us. The 1-1 here from Paulo, but he didn't deliver it. That was a bit preemptive on that call. He instead checked over on Andrew McCall, who he's pretty fun to listen to. He's one of the louder guys in the Catholic Central dugout. That's lined toward first, picked up on a hop. They'll get 1. Can they get 2? McCall, yes, they do. They tag him out. So it's a double play to end the second. Cougars get 1, though, and they now trail only by 1. This is your home for Catholic Central Cougar Baseball, the Cougar Baseball Network.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Michigan's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are back here for the top of the third. It'll be
first baseman number 21
it'll be Justin Johnson to lead things off. First pitch from Klaus, curveball upstairs, but it's called a strike. Caught the upper part of the zone. The 1-0 from Klaus. Swinging a fly ball into left. It'll be down fair. Going back there is Johnson. He'll pick it up, but around first and into second standing is Justin Johnson with a leadoff double here in the third.
Catcher number 6, Leo Hearn.
Bring up Leo Hearn, who got hit by a pitch on an 0-2. His last time up, it caught his back foot. He'll step in, straightaway stance for the left-hander. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes, throw down to third, will not be in time. And Andrew McCall got slid into very hard there by Justin Johnson. He was down for a hot second, but he's back up. Looks like he might be all right. By the way, it's a stolen base. McCall went head over tea kettle after Johnson came in. That's one thing that can be dangerous about baseball is the fact that when somebody slides in, you can take out somebody's legs, and that happened there, but luckily McCall is okay. And we will have a pitch from Klaus. Lined up the middle, that hit Klaus, and it'll drop down, and runners will hold, and Peyton Klaus got nailed with that comebacker. My goodness, he is walking gingerly to the right of the pitching mound right now. Tim McKinnon out to talk with him. That looked like it nailed him right in the back of the leg. And he is down hurt. And Nate Lutz will come out of the Forest Hills Eastern. That's an interesting one. I've never seen the home trainer come out of the away dugout before.
I think he was somewhere out here.
Oh, but he still came out the FHE
right,
dugout.
Right.
But he is out there to check on Peyton Klaus. So we'll step aside. This is your home for Catholic Central Baseball on the Cougar Baseball Network.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
So, not a good sight to see if you're a Catholic Central fan. Peyton Klaus taken out with a comebacker. He tried a couple of pitches after he was able to get up, but his first pitch was well off, and he shook his head and just walked directly off. And now it's Aiden Johnson
taking over in left field, number 3.
Taking over on the mound with that Meyer call to the bullpen. Shown bunt, throw down to second, will be over the head of John Passanaw, but they were able to keep the Hawks runner, Justin Johnson, at third, but it's a stolen base. The pitch, high fly ball left field. Dawson Schroeder under it. He'll make the grab. Relay to the plate. It will not be in time. It's an RBI sacrifice fly for Sam Rasmussen. So there's one away here. The Hawks extend their lead now back to 2 at 3-1.
Designated hitter number 10, Caleb
But
Kuiper.
the Cougars do get one out here. Hearn was able to advance to second on that sacrifice. Johnson will come set, the right-hander, working from the first base side. Foul back to the backstop there by Caleb Kuiper. So with...
He actually stole second early.
Oh, right. Yeah, he stole second. Never mind. Sorry about that. So Hearn is on second with the stolen base, not advancing on the sacrifice slide. Cougars didn't do a nice job to keep him from advancing to third. There we go. But otherwise, pitch outside and in the dirt. It got away from Jabin Bates. And on a wild pitch, Hearn to third. Granted, he is not a runner who is accounted for by Aiden Johnson. That is a Peyton Klaus issue, if you would. As Klaus allowed him on before he was knocked out. It's a 1-1 count to Kuiper here. They kick in the pitch. Fly ball left field. That will be a foul ball. And the Forest Hills Eastern fan base not very happy about that, if you could hear over the open window here up in the press box. Aiden Johnson comes in today with only 4 1/3 runs or innings pitched, ERA of 10.5. Only 1 strikeout and 3 walks. He's not had the most productive days on the mound. He was part of that that first loss to Kennewa Hills, in which he did come in to pitch that game against Thornapple Kellogg before Andrew McCall came in, fouled back to the backstop. I've got 2-2.
Yeah.
The 2-2. Strike 3 called, looking on the inside part of the plate. That is 2 gone here for Kuiper as he strikes out, looking Aiden Johnson, only his 2nd strikeout of the season. And there are 2 down with a runner on third.
Left fielder, number 7, Carson Jelsma.
Carson Jelsma, who will step in, slightly open stance. First pitch. Down low. For ball 1, Jelsma walked his last time up on 4 pitches. Came around to second before Peyton Klaus escaped that jam where it was bases loaded, nobody out, with 2 infield fly rules that helped him. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Good pitch there by Aiden Johnson. Makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. Here we've got 2 outs. Top of the third. Runner on third. Peyton Klaus is responsible for him. Swing and a miss on a 1-1 pitch. That looked like it crossed up Jabin Bates. But he was able to snag it before it got past him. Johnson the set, the 1-2. Down low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Carson Jelsma. Forest Hills Eastern leading this ball game 3-1. With Aiden Johnson on the mound, this pitch, it popped up in the air. Jabin Bates has no idea where it was. It'll be a strikeout for Aiden Johnson, but it got away from Jabin Bates. So the run will score with Hearn coming home on a wild pitch. And that'll bring up number 4, Ryan Prisby, with
now
2 outs.
Center fielder, number 4, Ryan Prisby.
So the run came home to score Jabin Bates. It literally popped up, I'm going to say, about 30 feet in the air. Jabin Bates had a right to not know where it was. It literally popped up directly over his head. He was looking all around, didn't know where it was. Runner goes, and the first pitch fouled back. And so, we will have a reset. So it's an odd situation where it's a put out for the catcher where he never touched the ball. Because it is a strike. It will go down as a strikeout. He struck out on a 2-2, but it was a drop third strike, so he ran down to first and was able to make it there. So, Eastern is 2 across in the top of this inning. Check over to first base. Almost got away from Dom Schoenborn there. 0-1. Here to Prisby. Johnson about to come set, but he fired over to first base before he could be, and now Jabin Bates is up. He looked like he's a little bit shaken up behind the plate. Now Tim McKinnon comes out. This would be a huge loss for Catholic Central if Jabin Bates had to come out of this game. This would not be good in the slightest. As next in line for catching would be Brady Redmer, I believe. Yeah. He would have to come in from right, and that wouldn't be good. Because then we'd have to fill in right with probably Oliver Beal, and he isn't a bad right fielder. He's just not Brady Redmer, who has been in right almost all year. Jay Bates talking with athletic trainer Nate Lutz, the home plate umpire Dave Furman, and, of course, Tim McKinnon. And now Nate Lutz is running Bates. It looks like there are a couple of tests. And he's conversing with the 2 other head men there. I think it was a foul ball that caught Jabin Bates up in the face mask. Maybe, and that's what's got him shaken up a little bit. He's pointing to the side of his head, so maybe it was either a foul ball or that's where the baseball got him on a foul tip. But he looks like he's smiling down there. He's nodding his head. He's good to go. So maybe we'll get a couple of practice catches. No, we won't. We shall resume play. Prisby at the plate. 0-1 here. On the center fielder for the Hawks. Johnson comes set, checks the runner, kicks and fires. Fastball down and in. It bounced its way back to Jabin Bates. So the good news is Jabin Bates stays in. Bad news is, from earlier this inning, Peyton Klaus is out. The number 2 on the Catholic Central pitching staff. Runner goes. Pitch inside. Throw down to second. Is not in time. As with speed goes Jelsima. So he has gotten 2 free bases, basically. He ran down to first on a drop strike 3 where Jabin Bates had absolutely no idea where that baseball went, and then he gets that stolen base. Plus it was on a ball, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Prisby. The pitch. Up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here. We are live from the Cat. Shadows creeping ever closer. Again, we have had problems in the past. If you think back to that Thornapple Kellogg game down in the dirt, ball 4. Thinking back to that Thornapple Kellogg game back, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, where we had to postpone a game because the sun decided to go down on us, and we have no lights here at the Cougar baseball field, so we obviously can't play baseball without lights because you need the umpires and the players, for that matter, to be able to see the baseball. Which is why I think they should come up with a glow-in-the-dark baseball, which would be really fun. Oh, my goodness. And now we got a pickle situation. Again, they get the runner at first. It's a rundown. And they throw to the plate is in time. It is a 3-2 out as Jelsima gets a stolen base, and Prisby was so preoccupied he took off to second, and Jelsima, who was second, didn't take off for third, so he had himself a situation where 2 base runners were at the same base, and that can't happen in the rules of baseball because that's how baseball works. And so Prisby got in a rundown, and Jelsima tried to go for home, but he was thwarted in that attempt by a 3-2 put out. We will head to the bottom of the third. Catholic Central trailing by 3, 4-1. This is your home for Catholic Central Baseball, the Cougar Baseball Network.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
John Passanaugh, the leadoff batter for Catholic Central, couldn't pull back a bunt in time. It was called strike 1. 4-1. The Hawks lead this one. A fastball up on the up and inside corner for strike 1. For strike 2, pardon. 0-2 here on Passanaugh. Paulo still on the mound. Pitch up and in. Head hunting there on John Passanaugh. The kick in the pitch. Fouled back toward the on-deck circle. Picking it up nicely there was Dawson Schroeder, who was in the on-deck circle in place of Peyton Klaus, who again went off with that nasty comebacker back in the middle of the third a couple of moments ago. That's fouled on the left field line. After a ball, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on John Passanaugh. Paulo comes out on the mound, kicks and delivers. John Passanaugh, good discipline to hold up on that ball that was surely upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Even count now on Passanaugh. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, he bounced it to the plate. So Passanaugh showing discipline to fight back from a 0-2 here with no outs, bottom of the third. The kick in the pitch. Up and in. He walked John Passanaugh, and with that trademark flip of the bat behind him, he will trot down to first on a full count walk. That'll bring up Dawson Schroeder, who we have not seen in this series as of yet.
Left fielder number 3, Dawson Schroeder.
Schroeder this season is batting .286, 14 at-bats, 4 hits, along with 2 RBIs, and 3 strikeouts, along with 4 walks. Throw over to check on John Passanaugh. He slides in safely. He is also another one of those Cougars who wears the stirrups on a regular basis. Paulo to wind up the pitch, or the stretch in the pitch. Swing and a miss by Schroeder. 1 ball, 1 strike, I believe. The kick in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw it on to second. Will not be in time as it got away from the catcher, Hearn. And so Nothing in 2. We got the count wrong. Pardon on that. The kick in the pitch. Got him looking strike 3 on a fastball in the upper part of the plate, on the upper part of the strike zone. Dawson Schroeder goes down looking, his 4th strikeout of the year. And that'll bring up the
Catcher,
switch
number
hitter,
7,
Jabin Bates. Bates walked his last time up. He's got a runner on second in scoring position now. The pitch. Down low, it got past the catcher, and John Passanaw slides in safely to third with another stolen base. He is very good at stealing bases. Let's take a look here at our stat booklet here. He's got he's got 24 stolen bases. Let me check if he had any in that earlier game. And he's got 24 stolen bases on the year this year with those 2 stolen bases around on this trip around. It's 2-0 on Bates now. He is Catholic Central's most prolific base stealer. He's by far the one that does it most often. Fly ball into right. It'll get down. Jabin Bates will turn around first. He will try for 3. The throw in from right will not be in time. There isn't even a throw to third. Jabin Bates with an RBI triple has himself yet another three-bag belt. That's his 3rd of the campaign. And it's an RBI to get the Cougars back within 2 as it scores John Passanaw. And now it's Big Red at the plate with the run to bring the Cougars back within 1, just 90 feet away in the form of Jabin Bates. That was a beautiful hit right between the gap between Prisby and Radakovitz. Now a ground ball through the gap and into left. And Dominic Schoenborn's got himself an RBI as he stands on first. Jabin Bates crosses home plate, and the Cougars are back within 1 at 4-3. That'll bring up Adam Wanzel, the only true left-handed batter in this Catholic Central lineup. Jabin Bates, of course, obviously takes a lot of his cuts from the left side, but he has taken a couple of cuts from the right side of the batter's box this year, as he is a switch hitter, the only one on the CC roster. The 0-1. Ground ball towards second, should be an easy double play. They get 1 at second, and over at 2, over at first they get him. It's a 4-6-3 double play as we head to the 4th. Catholic Central getting 2 back in that 3rd. This is your home for Catholic Central baseball.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Michigan knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Michigan needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Well, we are back here for the top of the 4th. Leading it off is Brian Messing.
Top of the 4th for the Hawks.
His at-bat was cut short last time out by an odd base running situation. Fly ball left field. Tracking back on the run is Schroeder. He's back there to make the grab. After he settled under it, one away here. One pitch, one out for Aiden Johnson.
Right fielder number 14, Ethan Radakovitz.
It'll be Ethan Radakovitz, the second batter of the inning. He was called out on an infield fly and it came around to score in the first inning. The infield fly was back in the second. One out here. Top of the fourth, Catholic Central trailing by 1. Johnson kicks and fires in there for a strike. 0-1 here on Radakovitz. Fouled off. It hit Jabin Bates and trickled in front, but obviously it was foul, so nothing shall come of it. We have not gone a full, complete inning without a... we have not gone a full, complete inning without a run here at the Cat, at least in this game. It is 0-2 here in Radakovitz. The pitch inside. My goodness, it hit him. That is Aiden Johnson's 4th hit batsman in his last 2 appearances. Overall, that is his 6th hit
12,
batsman of the year. He hit 3 straight back in that Thornapple Kellogg game. And now Ethan Parks is at bat. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the major leagues right now. Middle of 4, Giants leading the Reds at Great American Ballpark 3-0. They're in the middle of the 4th there. Middle of 3, Mets and Braves scoreless. Nationals and Cubs in the top of the 1st, scoreless there. Top of the 1st as well, just getting underway, are the White Sox and the Twins. In warm-up, the Yankees at the Rangers. All the other games are later. That pitch was outside for a ball. 1-0 here on Parks. All the other games are later in the 9 o'clock hour. That'll bring us the Angels hosting the Indians. The 1-0. Up and away. Jabin Bates had to get out of his crouch to get that. That game set to kick off about 9:38 p.m. and then 3 games at 10:10. The LA hosts Arizona, San Diego hosts Colorado, and Seattle hosting your Detroit Tigers. The pitch, up and away. 3 balls, no strikes here on Ethan Parks. Parks doubled on the first pitch he saw in this game, and then he grounded out with more of an extended at-bat against Peyton Klaus back in the second. Johnson comes set. The 3-0. Inside. It'll go to the backstop, and everybody will advance. And the throw down to second. Not in time. My goodness. Radakovitz almost overshot his bag, and then Jabin Bates decided it would be fun to see if he could get him at second. Luckily, the throw didn't get away. But it's a walk to Parks, and Radakovitz advances.
First baseman number 21, Justin Johnson.
And that'll bring up Justin Johnson with 1 out here. As shadows are getting ever longer here at the Cat, as you can see on your screen. Justin Johnson, 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. His last time up, he grounded out to third. I looked at the wrong score sheet. I looked at the wrong square on my score sheet. He doubled and came around to score his last time up. Pitch outside for ball 1. Aiden Johnson, his strike-to-ball ratio is 46.6%. Doesn't throw a heck of a lot of strikes. That shows on his ERA. Big swing and a miss there by Justin Johnson. Johnson on Johnson battle right now. Johnson. 1-1 here to Johnson. From Johnson. Aiden Johnson, though 1-1 upstairs. It missed high of the strike zone of Justin Johnson. 2 balls, 1 strike. Aiden Johnson came in after Peyton Klaus got hit in an inning that Justin Johnson let off with a double. That's in there for a strike on Justin Johnson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. If you aren't confused yet, congratulations. Because I think I've about confused myself with the amount of Johnsons I've said in the past minute. The 2-2 from Johnson. Low and away on Justin Johnson's strike zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Justin Johnson. Aiden Johnson will come set on the mound to deliver the 3-2 pitch to Justin Johnson. The pitch. Fly ball right field. Brady Redmer on the run, lost his hat, and it will drop. Fair ball. Just out of the reach of Brady Redmer, and we get out of the Johnson at bat. So everybody, station to station.
Catcher.
And we still have the bases loaded here. And now Coach Tim McKinnon will come out to have a few words with his pitcher in Aiden Johnson. We'll step aside for a quick bit. This is your home for Catholic Central Baseball.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Michigan high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Michigan high school near you.
Well, Tim McKinnon back from the mound visit as he makes his way to the dugout. It's Leo Hearn now up to the bat with 1 out here. Top of the 4. Pitch up and away on Leo Hearn. See, bases are loaded. We've got 1 out. This is the same situation that John Passanoff found himself in earlier today back in the first inning. And a similar situation to what Peyton Klaus found himself in the second inning of this game. And the first 2 pitches are outside to Leo Hearn. Let's see if Johnson can replicate the success Klaus and Passanoff had. Now a line drive that'll get down into right. Coming around third to score is Ethan Parks, but he'll hold up there. Ahead of him coming in there is Radakovich. And it is a 5-4 ball game with runners again on first, second, and third, and now a courtesy runner. Can you see who that is? No. Single digit, right? Yeah, I think it's
7. Adam, maybe 7. 3.
3. Yeah.
Sage
Olenichek is once again the pinch runner. Pitch up and in that popped out of the glove of Jabin Bates. He had to go find it once again. Aiden Johnson's shadow reaching about 5 feet
Hearn, number 3, Sage Olenichek.
inside the line.
Second baseman, number 9, Sam Rasmussen.
Olenichek at first taking a slight lead. The pitch, a curveball upstairs and behind the head of Rasmussen. 2 balls, no strikes. Aiden Johnson having a lot of difficulty controlling that baseball. As he's got 1 out to work with, already allowed a run. The 2-0. Spiked it in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. This could turn into a long inning if Aiden Johnson can't get a grip on that baseball and fire it across the plate, which he has to do here if he doesn't want to walk somebody and walk another run home. Johnson the 3-0. Right down the middle, a good pitch to come back with. There for Aiden Johnson, strike 1. But still, he's got to battle back here, either induce a ground ball double play. And he'll foul that up. Will that hit us? That hit back on the track?
Yes.
It did? Okay.
Looks like it.
Granted, even if it did hit back on the track, we'd have a hard time finding it, although lacrosse balls look the same as a baseball. About the same size and roughly the same color. Fly ball, left center field. Under it is Redmer, who'll make the grab, try to relay home, but it was offline, and an RBI sacrifice fly for Rasmussen brings home Ethan Parks, and it's a 6-3 baseball game. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the camera cut out there. 2 gone here in the top of the 4th inning.
Designated hitter number 10, Caleb Kuiper.
Throw down to third. Not in time. A stolen base, a double steal. As Olenziak makes it to second. Pitch is outside for ball 2. Runners on second and third here. 2-0. The pitch. Curveball got him there for strike 1. 2-1 on Kuiper. Kuiper 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. He was part of those 3 that were stranded back in the second by Klaus. The 2-1. Swinging a ground ball toward third. McCall picks it up on hop, fires over to Schoenborn for the out. A 5-3 ground out ends the inning. As we head to the bottom half of the 4th, Catholic Central trailing by 3. This is your home for Catholic Central Baseball, the Cougar Baseball Network.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Runners to your mark. Set.
Some may see a sprinter. At the NFHS, we see a future leader already off to the races. Some may see a volleyball player.
Good hit! Way to go, girls! Woo!
At the NFHS, we see a spike in confidence that will help her achieve her potential. What else do we see? Musicians learning to march to their own beat. We're the NFHS, the national leader and advocate for high school athletics and activities in America, helping today's teenagers develop the skills they need to become tomorrow's leaders. And we see it happening in communities across Michigan every single day. Learn more about the NFHS commitment to youth at nfhs.org. This message presented by the NFHS, the National Federation of State High School Associations.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, It's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
Check swing for Johnson. He held up on it, but it was a called strike anyway, so 0-1 here to the Catholic Central pitcher. The 0-1. Caught the upstairs outside corner for strike 2. Nothing in 2. The pitch. Got him. Strike 3 looking. On a pitch down and in. And it is now one gone here in the fourth.
24, Brady Redmer.
With the sun sinking ever lower to our left, shadows getting ever so closer to where they will cover the entire field. Big swing and a miss by Brady Redmer on a pitch that was well out of the strike zone, down and away. I know that feeling, Brady. Lots of swings out of the strike zone for me back in my playing days. Swing and miss on a fastball upstairs. Nothing in 2. St. Paul. Back in my St. Paul playing days, there was one year where we merged with IHM.
Yeah.
Pitch up and away. 1 and 2, yeah. One year where I played with IHM, we actually won the Graciac League, I think, that year. Wow. If I remember correctly. I think it was the semifinals. I had a walk-off single in that one. Ground ball, third base side. And then once I got to high school, I realized that none of the coaches expected anything out of me, and I was definitely a bench warmer. So I decided to put my efforts to better use in the broadcast booth. The pitch. Grounded towards short, picked up on a hop by Parks, and he'll fire over to first for a 6-3 ground out against Brady Redmer. That was a 1-2 count.
Third baseman number
That'll
4,
bring up
Andrew McCall.
Andrew McCall, the third baseman, here with 2 down. Cougars trying to avoid going 1-2-3 for the first time in this baseball game. They did go 1-2-3 earlier today, but they haven't gone in the past 4 innings. The kick and the pitch. Grounder towards short. Picked up by Parks, and it is another 6-3 ground out. And that is how the bottom of the 4th will end. Let's go to the 5th. Cougars trailing by 3 on your home for Catholic Central Baseball.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Michigan, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Being a teenager is tough.
There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do Michigan's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Yeah! Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Left fielder, number 16, Carson Jelsma.
Carson Jelsma will be the leadoff batter here on the top of the fifth. First pitch from Johnson. Upstairs on Jelsma for ball one. The 1-ball, no strike pitch. Upstairs again. He's popping the mitt, but he's popping the mitt outside of the desired area for popping the mitt. And, it's hurting him. It's a 2-ball, no strike count now. The pitch. Caught the outside part of the plate for strike one. A nice curveball dropping in from the top of the zone and into the middle of the zone on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. The same location. Nice job by Jabin Bates and Kurt Schmidt, the pitching coach, who relays signs to Jabin Bates to set up outside, same location, and get that same call. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. Jelsma goes down swinging, and Aiden Johnson has his second strikeout of the outing.
Center fielder, number 4, Ryan Prisby.
So that'll bring up Ryan Prisby, center fielder for the Hawks here. His team leads it by 3, top of the 5th. The pitch. Curveball upstairs. Prisby has reached first both of the last times he's been at bat. He singled and then walked. Fly ball right field. Going back is Redmer. Underneath it'll make the grab. 2 away. So Johnson, at least through the first 2 batters,
number 2,
making quick work of it.
Brian
Granted, that was the bottom of the order, 8 and 9. And yes, you did just hear whistles. And no, it's not part of the baseball game. They did not just invent a new rule where you needed whistles. A lot of cross practice is going on behind us, and we've got the windows open because we like cross ventilation, and it's a cool night. Not too hot, not too cold. And this press box also gets very hot during the course of the day, so got to open up and let it cool down. Grounder toward third, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Messing. Messing flew out to left his last time up. He was implicated in one of 2 straight infield flies back in the second, and then a fly out to left his last back in the first. So he's 0 for 3 today. The 1-1. Grounder toward third. McCall picks it up on a hop. Can he get him at first? Yes, they did. The stretch by Schoenborn to be able to reach out and nab that baseball out of midair and get Messing at first. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Catholic Central trailing 6-3 to the Hawks.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport.
Ben passing on a step in for the Cougars, swings and misses on a fastball upstairs to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th. Shadows not completely blanketing the ground. That's actually a cloud back into our left, which is covering the field down in front of us here. Pop up in the air, fly ball right side. Tracking under it is Frisbee, and did he make the grab? My goodness, he did. What a play. Running to his left and coming in, Frisbee from center field was able to make a running grab on Ben Passanault, and for the second straight time, Ben Passanault does not go down swinging. There does not go down on strikes. It's Passanault followed by Passanault. John grounds it to short. They get him, 6-3. A nice play there by Parks. Looks like he may have slipped on the outfield grass just a little bit as he was moving to his right to make that play. But
fielder number 3,
he was able to find his footing and fire over for a 6-3 ground out. That'll bring up Dawson Schroeder. The pitch. Swing and a miss from the Catholic Central Junior. This is one of his few appearances this season. Pitch caught the outside part of the plate for strike 1, or for strike 2. First called strike of the at-bat. Dawson Schroeder batting .286 on the year coming into today. Fly ball left center. It will get down for a base hit. So Dawson Schroeder will round first and hold up. And he's on with a 2-out single.
Catcher number 7, Jabin Bates.
That'll bring up Jabin Bates, the switch hitter for Catholic Central. Seeing yet again the same pitcher in Jacob Paulo will take his cuts yet again from the left side of the plate. Righty on lefty matchup here. Pitcher on batter. Paulo with this set. The first pitch. Low and away. Ball 1. There also is here as we take a look at the Catholic Central scoreboard. Also a couple of games going on tonight. None of them here, though, as they're setting up for graduation and honors convocation, which will happen at the Cat tomorrow. The girls softball is finishing up a doubleheader to our right here. 1-0 on Jabin Bates. Paulo, the set and the throw. Bounced it inside. Other games going on for Catholic Central Sports tonight. Boys varsity golf is at Mona Shores and out in Muskegon. That was earlier today at like 9 a.m. Boys JV golf, 3 p.m. Match at Cedar Springs. That's upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes on Jabin Bates. Girls varsity tennis was at Grand Rapids Christian today at 3 p.m. at Gainey Athletic Facility. And, of course, varsity and JV baseball playing Forest Hills Eastern. JV is at FHE today. Those games both started at 4:15, and Forest Hills Eastern girls varsity softball is over at the field to our left. Big swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs on Jabin Bates. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's all the Cougars action today. Fastball inside. Toss to the bat over to the Catholic Central dugout. And down to first goes Jabin Bates on a full count walk. Good discipline there to hold off of that pitch. Tomorrow there are a couple of games. Boys varsity golf is at Comstock Park at 2. Girls varsity tennis at North Point Christian at 3. And then JV golf is at Kennewa at Quail, is hosting a match against Kennewa Hills. The pitch upstairs. Hearn thought about going down a second, but nothing came of it. Girls varsity soccer is here in a conference tournament game at Gartner Field tomorrow, which is behind us. That game starting at 5 p.m. The set from Paulo. Dominic Schoenborg calls time. Everybody steps out. And the umpire steps back in. The umpire today behind the plate is Dave Furman. Jared Blankston is on the bases. The 1-0. Right down the middle. Big Red held up on it, though. 1-1. And now Jabin Bates will be courtesy ran for. Probably because it's a 1-1 count on Schoenborn with 2 down. So in comes Brendan Ferret.
Courtesy runner for Bates. Number 13, Brendan Ferret.
Ferret stands on first. His first appearance in a long time. And it on the face now. A throw down to second. Sliding in safely is Dawson Schroeder. Good awareness by Schroeder to be able to get back in time. 1-1 to Schoenborn. Holds the right elbow at his side. The pitch. Well outside. Got past the pitcher. Schroeder takes off for third. Will be in there safely. Ferret to second. And on a 1-1 pitch that missed outside, everybody advances. And we got a runner in. We got 2 men in scoring position here for Big Red. There'll be a passed ball, which moves borderline passed ball, wild pitch. Now pitch outside, called strike. Looked like it had some nice movement, maybe a 2-seamer on the outside. Here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Big Red. Big Red will step in, holds the bat vertical, back on his right shoulder. The 2-2. Actually holds up on it and throws down to second. But sliding back in there safely goes Brendan Ferret. We'll say these are some odd pickoff moves. That could be borderline box. They are kicking up their leg. Fly ball right center field. Going back there is Prisby, and will make the grab to end the Cougar rally. We will head to the top of the 7th. Catholic Central, hold it. Top of the 6th here on the Cougar Baseball Network.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Top 6, Ian Radakovich at the plate. Here. Aiden Johnson on the mound here. The first pitch to Radakovich. Swing and a miss over the top of that one. 0-1. Johnson entering his 3rd inning of work. He's already pitched He has already pitched 3 innings. 1-1 here to Radakovich. Radakovich, hit by a pitch his last time up, came around to score. Fell victim to the second infield fly back in the second. And he was also hit by a pitch back in the first. So he's been plunked a couple of times today, and that one almost came up and hit him. He was able to duck out and away of it as it goes to the backstop. 2 balls, 1 strike. Middle infield at double play depth. Corner infielders, normal positions. Pitch upstairs, 3 balls, 1 strike. Radakovich, the leadoff batter here. First time all game he's done so. The 3-1 toss. Bounced in, and he walked him. Heading to first is Radakovich. That'll bring up the left-hander, Ethan Parks. Parks walked his last time up, also has 2 runs to his credit.
Shortstop number 12, Evan Parks.
Pardon. He's got a ground out to second to his record and doubled in the first inning. Runner on first. Radakovich. McCall playing in at third. Line drive, popped up actually, into right, and Redmer makes the grab. 1 away here, top of the 6th, from the Catholic Central, trailing Forest Hills Eastern 6-3. Those runs coming 4 Forest Hills Eastern, 2 apiece in the first, third, and fourth. Nothing going for them in the 5th or the 2nd. We got a runner on first here with 1 out. I'll bring up Justin Johnson, and we will not get into what we did earlier today, last time up for Justin. It is a Johnson on Johnson matchup, and you can imagine the fun I had with that earlier.
Johnson and Johnson.
First pitch was bounced in, 1 ball, no strikes. Johnson singled his last time up with a double on earlier. A pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield playing straight away, so is the infield. McCall is backed up, so he's back behind the baseline once again. Schoenborn covering at first. The 1-1 from Johnson. Fly ball right field. Tracking back there is Redmer. He's under it and he'll make the grab, and his momentum will carry him forward to keep Radakovich from moving on to second. 2 gone here. Second fly out to Redmer in as many at bats.
Leo Hearn.
That'll bring up Leo Hearn, the catcher. He was the bat off of which that line drive took out Peyton Klaus earlier in this game, which is why Aiden Johnson is on the mound here. The first pitch to Hearn is down and in. It got away from Bates, and he has to chase it, but he keeps Radakovich at first. 1 ball, no strikes here to Leo Hearn. He steps out, and will step back in. That's something the Hawks have been doing all day, is dictating the tempo, which is usually the pitcher's job, but they've been doing a pretty nice job of that at the plate, stepping out, and they did it to John Passanaw in the first game with much success. He is usually a fast-working pitcher, and they were able to slow him down and get hits off him. Grounded to second. Picked up on a hop by Passanaw, and 3 away. As we head to the bottom half of the 6th, Catholic Central still trailing by 3. This is your home for Catholic Central Cougar Baseball, the Cougar Baseball Network.
3.
Bottom 6
Center
here at the
fielder,
Cat.
Adam Wanzel.
It'll be Adam Wanzel to start off proceedings for the blue and white here in the home half of the 6th inning. First pitch popped up high in the infield. Shortstop underneath it. That's Parks. He'll track over the to the right side of second base and make the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out here for Paulo on the mound.
Aiden Johnson.
That'll bring up Aiden Johnson here with 1 down. The kick and the pitch. That caught the top part of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 on the Catholic Central pitcher. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. It popped away from Hearn, and it'll go to the backstop. And that'll even up the count at 1 apiece. Johnson today, 1 for 2, at least in this game, with a strikeout his last time up back in the 4th. He RBI'd back in the 2nd. Driving home Adam Wanzel, who was on base with a triple and advanced to third on an error by the pitcher. The 2-1. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike now on Aiden Johnson. On deck is Brady Redmer. The 3-1 from Paulo. Grounded toward third. Picked up on a hop by Messing. Firing over, and 5-3 goes Aiden Johnson. So 2 down, that'll bring up Brady Redmer. Redmer is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to short his last time up. Brady Redmer sporting the stirrups and the blue and white cleats. Stands a straightaway batting stance, holds the bat high over his right shoulder. Swing and a miss on a fastball inside. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a foul back. It hit Hearn and also the home plate umpire. No balls, 2 strikes here on Brady Redmer. After that fouled off and hit both Hearn and Dave Furman, the home plate umpire. Infield all pressed back deep. Only one not playing on the grass is the first baseman Johnson. The 0-2 to Redmer. Up and away, ball 1. Missed the strike zone. Good discipline there by Redmer to hold off of that one. He'll step back in. Slightly bent at the knees, upright torso. The 1-2. Foul ball into the dirt. And the count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Here at the Cat, sun finally getting closer and closer to the clouds. Into the tree line to our left. The 1-2. It bounced in front of the dirt. Granted, we've seen a couple of Catholic Central players do that, but it's always provides a chuckle when a pitch goes that far off the rails.
The grass before the dirt.
Paulo sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got Brady Redmer swinging. 3 up, 3 down for the Cougars in the bottom of the 6th. Let's go to the 7th. Last call for baseball here on the Cougar Baseball Network.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local Michigan high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting, concessions are affordable, and the parking is free. Where the emphasis is on hustle and heart instead of hype. If you prefer real, honest-to-goodness sport played for all the right reasons, you'll find it at your hometown high school. High school sports. Games are being played this weekend at a Michigan high school near you. Okay, everybody, who's in?
This message presented by the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Michigan Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Sam Rasmussen to lead off the top of the 7th for the Hawks here as the sun finally casts a blanket shadow over the field here. The sun is still showing its face to our left, but shadows have encompassed the ball diamond down below us. Johnson still on the mound. First pitch, line toward third. McCall picked it up, and he made the grab. My goodness, Andrew McCall flashing the leather at third base. And a line out for Sam Rasmussen starts off the top of the 7th. A great play by Andrew McCall at third. He missed a good part of the season at the start when he was sick, and then missed a couple of games earlier this week and parts of last week after he got stepped on at that Kennewick Hills game. But it's good to see him back in the lineup the last couple of games, including back on Saturday. The 1-0 pitch to
hitter, number 10,
Kuiper.
Caleb Kuiper.
Was down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. The designated hitter is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a ground out in his previous 3 at-bats. The 2-0. Bounce in the dirt. And skitters to the backstop. Past Jabin Bates. Three balls, no strikes here to Kuiper. Johnson trying to avoid yet another walk here tonight. Upstairs, he walked him. And down to first goes Kuiper. And stepping up to the plate is Carson Jelsema.
Left fielder, number 16, Carson Jelsema.
6-3, the Hawks lead this one, trying to extend their lead here before the Cougars come up to bat in the bottom half of the 7th. Throw over to first. Johnson keeping Schoenborn on. At this point, it's a race against the clock to see how much baseball we can get in before the bottom of this. And really, we can't play due to lack of light. The pitch. Caught the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Way to start off the at-bat there for Aiden Johnson. 0-1. One out here, top of the 7th. Johnson the set. The 0-1. Fly ball left side. It'll hook foul and into the depression to the left of the Cougar baseball field. No balls, 2 strikes here against the left fielder for the Hawks. Pitches up and away, got away from Johnson there. Looked like a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You got the runner on first in Kuiper. Speaking of which, Johnson checks over. No tag applied by Schoenborn. Johnson will get the sign from Bates, who in turn gets the sign from the pitching coach, Kurt Schmidt. They come set. The 1-2. Swinging a grounder towards short. Double play opportunity. But John Passon will just have to settle for 1 as it was hit too slowly in on him before, so he couldn't turn 2. They get Jelsema on a 4-3. So 2 gone here.
Center fielder number 4.
In the bottom of the 7th.
Ryan Frisbee.
And what do we have here? Courtesy runner. And it'll be number 8. Stratbucker. Braden Stratbucker.
Courtesy runner.
He will come in as a courtesy runner.
For Caleb Kuiper. Number 8, Braden Stratbucker.
It's either that or a pinch runner. I'm not sure. I think the umpire turned around and signaled up to us, but I couldn't tell. It's too dark to even follow the baseball. Pumped up high right side in the infield. Over to get it is Big Red. He will make the grab in foul territory. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Cougars to get 3 across. This is your home for Catholic Central Baseball, the Cougar Baseball Network.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems.
Andrew McCall leading off the Cougar half of the 7th here. Last chance for the Cougars to get something done before they go home and fall to 11 and 13 on the year. The first pitch to McCall. Cutter outside. Caught the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Nothing in 1 here to the Catholic Central third baseman. There has been a Meyer call to the bullpen. A nice curveball in there for a strike there from Ashton Feenstra, who is on the mound now for the Hawks. He's got an 0-2 count on McCall quickly here. The left-hander working from the third base side of the rubber, sets, kicks, and fires. Swing and a miss, got him on strikes. 1 down here as Andrew McCall goes down swinging. A valiant effort, but 3 pitches give 3 strikeouts, and McCall strikes out for the
shortstop number 10, Ben Passanoff.
8th time this season. That'll bring up Ben Passanoff, who is 0 for 5 today with 3 strikeouts, a ground out, and a flyout. That's in there for a strike looking on Passanoff. 1 down here. Feenstra sets, working from the chin. Swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs. No balls, 2 strikes here on Passanoff. Feenstra gets the sign. From Hearn comes set. The 0-2. Up and away. Couldn't get Passanoff to swing on that one. And he works the count to 1-2. Passanoff, in situations like this, he's got a batting average of 130. The pitch inside almost hit him. And the FHE dugout was ready to get up and start cheering. They even started mumbling a little bit as they thought that was a strike, but is indeed inside. 2-2 now. Feenstra the set and the pitch. Foul ball up over the netting of the backstop and back onto the track. Luckily, everybody is vacated back there, so for the first time today, we have nothing to worry about when the ball goes back behind us. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here, bottom 7. Cougars trail by 3. The pitch. Foul ball, and it wasn't caught by Hearn, so Passanoff staying alive with 2 foul balls and letting a couple of balls go by him outside the strike zone. Passing straightaway stance. The 2-2. Low and away. It's a call and response from the two dugouts here. FHE thought they struck him out. Once CC realized that it was a ball, they went ballistic. Full count here on Passanaw. The payoff pitch. Fouled away right side. We remain at a 3-2 count. Feenstra. We'll wait for Passanaw to dig in. Working from the stretch here. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch inside. And Passanaw goes down swinging for the 26th time this season.
Second baseman, number 2, John Passanaw.
So 2 gone. Here in the bottom of the 7th. John Passanaw, the last hope for Catholic Central here in the 7th. The kick and the pitch. Fly ball or pop fly right side. Under it, the first baseman Johnson makes the grab, and the Forest Hills Eastern Hawks bring home a winner in this one by a final score of 6-3. We will step aside for a couple of minutes, and when we come back, we will have a recap of this game for you and a look ahead for both these teams. This is the Cougar Baseball Network.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
High school sports are as American as apple pie. And going to a game or meet is a chance to see the stars of tomorrow shine today. But as anybody who's ever attended a high school sporting event in Michigan knows, you can't have the stars without the stripes. High schools are currently looking for new officials in almost every sport. Who looks good in stripes? Anybody looking for a way to stay connected to a sport they love. If you like the idea of giving back to your community while earning a few extra bucks, chances are you'd look good in stripes too. We want to hear from you. We need to hear from you. No officials means no games. No stripes means no stars. And what kind of America would that be? Michigan needs more high school officials. Go to highschoolofficials.com to sign up or learn more. That's highschoolofficials.com.
Well, we are back here inside the broadcast booth for one final time. Reagan Cleaves here as we were witness to a doubleheader, which was again tough for Catholic Central in conference after starting off so well. Granted, it was against Ottawa Hills and Wayland, but after starting off so well in conference, they've dropped a majority of their games in the last couple of series, and it's just been hard to watch this team. They've committed errors and had unfortunate bounces go their way, and just things haven't been going right for CC as of late. Well, they lost the first one today 3-2. It was a pitching duel between John Passanaw and Nate Durham. They both pitched complete games. Passanaw pitched pretty well. Well, actually, they both didn't pitch complete games. My bad on that. Andrew McCall came in for the 7th, but John Passanaw pitched pretty well. He was taken out because of pitch count reasons. He struggled a little bit in the first. It's just not used. We're not used to seeing this out of the number 1 and number 2 pitchers, as Peyton Klaus also struggled in the second game. It was just not what we're used to seeing, and it cost the Cougars today. Just not necessarily bad pitching, just not consistent with what we're normally seeing out of Peyton Klaus and John Passanaw. And the offense couldn't support them. Cougars only getting 5 runs total today. compared to the 9 that FHE got around the plate. And it was sad to see as the Cougars dropped both of these ones today. 3-2 and then 6-3. Well, second game for the Cougars. I think the best player we had on the field today, probably not necessarily because of like best play, but he had the most opportunities and he made the most of it. But Andrew McCall, who played third base both games today, he played really well, caught a couple of line drives, made a couple of good plays, also 5-3 ground outs, situational awareness. I just think Andrew McCall did very well, not only in that respect on the field, but also in the batter's box. He was 1 for 3 in that second game, and he was it was 0 for 2, but he reached on three walks today. 2 walks in the first game, 2 in the second. He was productive on base, and I think he was a standout player tonight. Well, next games for both these teams will be on Thursday. It'll be Catholic Central at Forest Hills Eastern. That game will start at 4:15. We will not have the game for you, as that is a road game for us here on the Cougar Baseball Network, and we do not broadcast those for you. Our next broadcast will be a kind of a 3-team kind of invite we'll go with that Catholic Central is hosting on Saturday. They will play East Grand Rapids 10 a.m. first pitch. East Grand Rapids will then play Gull Lake at 12:30. We will have that game probably. Still got to figure out a couple of details with that, but we probably will have the East Grand Rapids Gull Lake game at 12:30, and then we will definitely have the Catholic Central's second game of the afternoon against Gull Lake at 3 p.m. Well, one last look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, the Whitecaps inactive tonight. They will begin a 6-game set against Wisconsin tomorrow at 7:35. The Detroit Tigers again in action later tonight in about an hour and 20 minutes. 10:10 start against the Mariners. And that is all we have for you on the out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Before we head off, we'd like to again recognize all the Catholic Central Cougar Club sponsors. We've got Meyer, Dempsey Ventures, Fox Motors, Lacari Sicilian Pizza Kitchen, Kent Rubber Supply, Lax Enterprises, Treadstone Funding, Law Weathers, Attorneys and Counselors, the Center for Physical Rehabilitation, Applied Imaging, Micah Myers, Attorneys at Law, Buffalo Wild Wings, the Braun Walsh Group, Baird Private Wealth Management, Distinctive Catering by Brands, your event done perfectly, UCS, United Commercial Services, Biggie's Sports Grill, and ETNA. Well, that will just about do it for us this evening, but we will be back on Saturday for the games in that invite with Catholic Central, East Grand Rapids, and Gull Lake. Until then, this is Reagan Cleves saying so long from the Cat in Grand Rapids, Michigan, as the Catholic Central Cougars follow the Forest Hills Eastern Hawks by scores of 3-2 and 6-3 respectively. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful night, everybody.